Hi there. Today is Saturday, February 5th, 2022, making this the week 5, Cre8 Brilliance 2022 weekly update. I am, as you can see from behind me, which is a little skewed. Let's kind of fix that. Sorry if I'm giving anybody like seasickness. Um, I am back in Georgia so yes, I returned. I got in last night from Arizona. And so today I'm kind of trying to get back in the groove of being back here at home. Whew. Home is it's a relative concept. I mean, technically, yes, this is home. This is the house I own. And, but here's the thing when you're poly, home is in various places. Home is where your partners are. Um, and even if you're not engaged in a multi-relationship dynamic of some sort, they say home is where your heart is, and sometimes your heart is back where you're from. So I used to call Louisiana the home of my heart. The longer I'm away from it, the easier it is to feel disconnected from, because it's just, but it's still where I'm from. It's still where I got my start. So yeah, being home is good. I missed Todd. I missed my stuff. I even missed Duncan, of course. I mean, yes, he's an annoying little dog sometimes. I did not miss waking up covered in dog hair, which I did this morning. I was like, okay, I don't miss that. I didn't miss that. But I also kind of miss being with my other partner who, let's face it, I don't get to see as often. But it's all good. Everything in its time. And yeah, that's what I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm getting back into the groove. I'm leveling off. But I also know that there's always this kind of period of exhaustion and all that happens every time I come back from Arizona as I reacclimate to being at home and get back in my routine. And the office here is chaos and a mess because I like tore it apart looking for some stuff when I was packing. And now I kind of have to put it back to rights. Um, and like part of me wants to really start doing that, but part of me also knows that I got to I got to finish the proofread of book 3 so I can get that sent off to the beta readers ASAP. So yeah, we've got dueling projects going on. And then I have a big project that I have to do this month. I've got maybe about 20 days to do the majority of it. Yeah, yeah, but that's okay. I can absolutely do that. And that is the uh, project box, the diorama for the Flaunt Festival that opens next month. And so, yeah, if you follow me on Twitch or check out my Twitch streams, and I'm still like playing around with the idea of like putting those onto my YouTube channel. I haven't decided. I don't know if there's any reason that I can't. I'm pretty sure I can. But I haven't taken that step yet, but I think I might. Yeah. So anyway, I may start putting those up on the Twitch street or the YouTube channel in its own little category. So those who follow me here, and you don't want to download a new program, or you don't want to, or you can't be available when I'm streaming. Um, Although you can watch the playbacks, but those playbacks are only available, I think, for 2 weeks, 14 days. So this would make them available even longer. I do try and remember to record the Twitch streams when I do them so that I will have them, because some of them I will take and then turn into TikTok videos or something, speed them up quite a bit. But yeah, so that's something that might be happening. But anyway, yeah, if you follow me over on Twitch, what I was getting ready to say and then totally, like, shot off into the distance. Um, if you follow me over there, then you may see some of the, process of getting that ready. I also have a coloring book that I want to produce this month, and I'm trying not to yawn. Um, I was talking through a yawn. Um, I'm a little tired, even though I do have my coffee. Um, yeah, it's decaf. We all know I'm a decaf girl. Um, yeah, so I did a lot of knitting on the plane. I did some editing on the plane, but it's really tough for me to concentrate when there's that many people and just the ambient noises. Even with noise canceling headphones, it's still it mm-mm. It doesn't work. I did get some done in the airport, surprisingly enough, but mostly I knit. So this is the progress on the Sonora Plus. So yeah, you can. Whoops. Let me not do that. So yeah, you can see how much has been done. I think that looks a lot like what you probably saw in last week's update. But I finished the second section of the mesquite pods. That's this here. And then the third pattern section or charted section is this chola, I think it's pronounced. I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, it kind of looks like a netting or just a big open work pattern. And so actually I only have one more section to go, and that is the edging, the big chunk of edging that will be in the darker teal color. So yeah, that is going to be probably right at like a 1 month project, which is really cool. I'm really happy about that. And while again, I know I made some errors on it, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm liking the way it's turning out. And again, it's one of those things where I know it's there. The designer might know it's there if they were to look at my work, but it's not the end of the world. Um, yeah. And there's like only one part that, even someone who doesn't know what they're looking at would probably say, "Yeah, that looks a little wonky," and it's like right there because like the center seam of where everything was branching off of. Yeah, that kind of. I think one of my yarn overs actually jumped over the stitch marker, and I think I had to like I didn't catch it immediately, and then I kind of tried to correct for it, and yeah, it created a little bit of a wobble, but we'll see how it blocks out. But it's cool that I've got this so far. I've completed so much of it already, and that's cool because I have another project that I really want to do knitting wise, and it's this I picked this pattern to start with, not just because the yarn was already caked up, but because um Sonora is the Sonoran Desert is in the area of the country where I was visiting, and I thought it was very timely and appropriate for the trip. But I have this other cool project that I found when I was looking for patterns to do, and it's about Hercule Poirot's Vacation, and it's another shawl, but I think that's even more appropriate considering I write cozy mysteries. And while Poirot does not count as a cozy mystery because he is a professional detective and other things, it's kind of like on the edge. Like Miss Marple, definitely. Poirot, not so much. It was more direct mystery. I don't know. But still not like hard boiled like Sam Spade and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm rambling, y'all. Um, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that one too, as well after I finish this, and I'll still have to block it and stuff. Of course, I still have my magical. Wait, yeah. No, not the magical thinking. The magical thinking did not need blocking, and I actually wore that when I was out in Arizona. Um, but the Breathe in Hope shawl for by Casapinka, that one is knit. I finished that on the fall trip out there. But I still haven't blocked it, and it needs blocking because it needs blocking to look right. So maybe when I get this one finished, I will block both of them. Maybe. I'm not really a big fan of blocking, but for shawls and stuff especially, and anything lace pretty much needs it. Excuse me. So, oh, hold on. Choking on air. One of my many useless talents. So, what is brilliance this week? Brilliance is knowing when to rest. Brilliance is being forgiving of ourselves when we need to just take a deep breath and recharge. Brilliance is brilliance is self-care, basically. And yeah, so I think that's I think that's what we're going with. You know, my little chocolate infused coffee. Well, it's not really infused; it's added straight to it. Um, this is one of those ways that I kind of recharge when I know that I'm going to be feeling a little bit low, feeling, a little run down, even in good ways. And I need a little pick me up. Um, I slept in this morning and I knew on some way of looking things, I should have gotten up early and gotten to work and started cleaning up the mess in here so that I could work in a tidy space and do all this stuff. And yeah, but I also needed rest. Um, so yeah, I think that's this week's lesson in brilliance, as it were, as this is like becoming, it's as this is evolving into. This week's lesson in brilliance is resting, um, knowing when to rest, and allowing that in ourselves. Um, I have so much to do, and resting feels counterproductive. And so I will not completely rest, but at the same time, I'm not going to push myself to the breaking point because that will serve no one. It will not serve my ends, and it will not serve anyone else's. In fact, if anything, I saw a quote the other day, and I do not remember who it's attributed to. It's like either take the time to rest or your body will, you know, choose for you or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. It's like take, make the choice to rest or your body will choose for you or something. And we've all been there. We've gone gangbusters and go, 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 only to be felled at the last moment, at a very inconvenient moment, by illness or just exhaustion and shutdown. So, yeah, I'm going to keep in mind the fact that I traveled all day yesterday and I have to switch gears and switch time zones and all of this stuff while I do everything else. But I have to be forgiving and take care of myself so that I can make this transition easier and more cleanly, and safely, rather than pushing myself to jump in feet first and doing myself a disservice. So yes, that is this week's lesson, and I hope that I don't know, maybe somebody else out there who sees this video, maybe the week that you see it, whether it's when I post or some other time, when you see it, maybe you're needing that reminder that, it's okay. In fact, it's necessary at times to rest and to allow yourself a moment of peace and rest so that you can do all the things that you want to do, that you have to do, that you need to do. So, thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. I will be back next week with hopefully lots of good news and, you know, happy things to share. And until then, Be good to yourself. Take some time for yourself and show the world your brilliance. Bye bye.